Yo, what's up, nothing? What's up, Afro? Hold on a second, guys. Just putting this tweet out. Also, Facebook post. Let's see. Oh, is the stream like fucking up for y'all, or? Oh, that boy Tate's on MK. Newsfeed. Okay. My bad, guys. I didn't have the Twitch chat up that whole time. Yo, what's going on, Falcon? Capture, Solru, Knight, Hero, Proto, Michael. What's going on, dude? Wiz, good to see ya. What's up, CJ? Oh, I'm better. I'm better at smashing my brother. Like, most. Yeah, I've been better than my brother since I started competitive Smash, right? Because we were always like those guys who were better than all of our friends or whatever, but we didn't really delve into the intricacies of Smash and competitive Smash until I did in 2013, 2014. So like once I had started that, then I became the undisputed better brother at Smash and fighting games in general. Now, growing up, my brother was always better than me at fighting games, but once I started actually applying myself and learning things, then yeah. The only fighting game my brother could probably beat me in pretty consistently is probably Marvel. Oh, and One Piece Grand Battle. We're pretty even in One Piece Grand Battle. Yeah, he could probably still beat my ass in Marvel because he's always grew up playing Marvel and he was just always been ham for that. Shadow, what's going on, man? Yeah, we can talk about the Game of Thrones finale. Thanks for 7 months, dude. But outside of Marvel, I don't really think there's anything he's better than me in. Would I go to Vegas? My room is paid for. Yeah, why not? Free vacation, right? Plane tickets aren't that expensive. At least if you go through certain airlines. Ever post my thoughts on modern fighting games? Well, and the latest why this gen is the worst video I definitely did mention that I definitely did talk about fighting games and how a lot of them this generation have been completely casualized for the masses, although the masses don't even play these games after 2 months of purchasing them. You know what I mean? So yeah, that is definitely something I've discussed. Now my bro probably beat my ass in MVC too. I've never, to be fair, I've never really tried to apply myself to Marvel. MVCI was the first time that was actually gonna happen, but we know what happened with that game. My bro's doing good. Thanks for asking, man. I tried playing that game for 2 weeks, and that game was just dead, and it died, and it looked awful, and it had no content, and the characters seemed like soulless, hollow versions of themselves. You know what I mean? It was really weird. That game was so fucking strange. The gameplay was fine outside of Reality Stone, but yeah. How does one start competitive Smash? Well, first you gotta start by finding your local scene, and that's not to say you just immediately out the gate start going to tournaments. What I started doing before I ever attended a tournament was, YouTube. I YouTubed a bunch of tutorials, top players explaining the different aspects of Smash, watching top players of the characters I play, so on and so forth, things like that. And so once you don't have to be able to execute everything, but once you understand, everything, then that's when you seek out your local scene and you go, you find, wherever they're meeting. Again, you don't have to enter immediately into the brackets, but just go there for friendlies, introduce yourself to the scene, say like, hey, I'm looking for help on how to improve. Appreciate that YouTube sub, by the way. Things like that. Yeah, Tekken is probably the most untouched. Although the rage arts are definitely like a bone thrown towards the casuals, for sure. For sure. But that doesn't ruin the game or anything, but it's definitely something that could have stayed the fuck out of Tekken. Tekken did not need rage arts. We don't need more supers. Not more supers. We don't need more fucking games with wake up supers. I think more games should have black protagonists. I mean, I talked about this a little bit in another Q&A. I don't really care too much about that personally. Like, if more games did feature black protagonists, it'd be cool. That's not something I'm constantly wanting or seeking out. It doesn't make me any different. Yeah, of course I remember Twilight Bites. It doesn't make me any different. Like, I just want good games. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I just want fucking good games. A lot of people are concerned about, representation. And like I said, I'm down for all that. But I want it to come naturally. I don't want it to be like shoehorned or anything like that. I'm way more concerned about the quality of games, considering I really feel like the quality of games overall has definitely dropped off this gen, than I am, political ideas or different types of peoples and identities being represented. And that includes black people. So, what's up, Vasa? How you doing? Good competitive fighting game to start. So, if you're looking to get into competitive fighters, the two games I would recommend the most are Street Fighter V, because that game is hella fucking simplified compared to past Street Fighters, and Dragon Ball FighterZ, because that game is incredibly accessible. So, those are the two games I would recommend. I like MK11 a lot. Which is kind of weird to say, because I loved MKX, because MKX was very aggro and rushdown oriented, and MK11 is kind of the opposite of that. Now, when I say opposite of that, you would think that, okay, the opposite of rushdown is like zoning, so does that mean it's zoning? And why would Shokio say he likes zoning? Well, in MKX it was like faster and just kind of get in people's faces. In this game, MK11 is the opposite, because the game is slower because it's more footsies oriented. So it's the opposite of Rushdown in a different way. It's not that people are zoning. It's just that, the footsies game isn't ignored anymore. You know what I mean? Because the MKX, you didn't really need to play footsies. Like, you could if you wanted to, but you didn't need to, and it wasn't optimal. You could just, for a lot of characters, you could just like run in. You know what I mean? And that's kind of it. So MK11 is kind of the opposite in that way, but I enjoy it regardless either way. I definitely think MK11 is a skill-oriented Mortal Kombat and fighting game in general, which is a relief in this day and age where a lot of shit has been casualized. And you know, at least when it comes to the MKs, and Justice might be another story, but as far as the MKs go, it's good to see that NetherRealm still cares about their core, you know, fans. They care about the people who matter the fucking most, you know, and that's the people who are going to be playing their games for years on end. Like, why would you tailor a game to people who aren't passionate about it? That is beyond me. I don't understand that logic, but I mean, supers have been an MK for a while now, so like I wouldn't. That's like the fatal blows aren't an MK11 thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. Early stream, early for my standards, anyways. MK11's pretty fucking dope. Oh, geez. Well, okay. What was your question, Kuro? I'm ready for it. What was it? Favorite Game Boy Advance model? Uh, SP. The clamshell design is still like my favorite design for handhelds. Yo, Marky with the 15 months, my guy. What is up? Damn, man. Over a year. That's crazy, man. I don't even... It feels like it wasn't that long ago until I was able to get subs, you know what I mean? Like, to where I got the, the fucking emotes. The fucking Dom emote, dude. Until I was able to even get, you know, subscribers and make bits and stuff. And, yo, what's up, Chaos? This man said what, sorcery? Well, yeah, at least with this game, though, CJ, I wouldn't say it's as bad as MK9 or X, because at least in MK11, they only allow you to do a fatal blow if you're 30% or lower on your health. As where in the other games, it just depended on your bar. So it's like, at least for like a good portion of that round, you don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to worry about it until you're one combo away from killing them anyways. And that's not to say that it's still not annoying, because it is. But I'm just saying, like, at least they have limited it in some fashion in this game. I mean, Sheik and Ultimate. So my thoughts on Razor Fist. I know that name. I can't remember what that is. Can't remember what that is. That's a person, right? That's like a YouTuber, or I can't remember. How do you feel about people who only want to date outside their race because they think mixed kids are the prettiest? Kuro always with the good ass questions, dude. Yeah, I'm always against supers in fighting games, which is part of the reason why I love Smash so much. Like, if you're getting beat the fuck down, it's like, yeah, there's rage, but there's no just like, I'm gonna press 2 buttons and now I win type of mechanic. Race Fist person, yeah, I've heard the name. I can't remember what he is. Dude that wears glasses, big Trump fan, edgelord. I mean, I feel like you're describing like a lot of Trump fans. I still use Wolf. He's just it's more so like a domain type thing. Honestly, I think that's fine. Alex, appreciate the YouTube sub. I think that's fine, Kuro. If someone wants to date a certain race because they want their kids looking a certain way, I don't see a problem with that. And personally, I believe mixed kids are beautiful as hell as well. Like, I'm all down for like the mixing of races, man. Like, maybe that'll help fucking kill racism. Of course, there's always gonna be some amount of racism, but like, if every motherfucker is mixed, you would think logic would say that maybe there'd be less racism if everyone was just fucking mixed. You know what I mean? But that's me believing in the better in humanity and thinking logically, where humans are not very logical. Maybe they still find some way to discriminate against one another. But yeah. Now, like I said, I have no racial hangups or anything. I love black women. I think black women are beautiful as fuck. I think they're amongst the most beautiful women in the world. But at the end of the day, like, I don't mind dating whoever. I don't mind marrying whoever. Whoever I love is whoever I love. And I think mixed kids are like beautiful as fuck. I like their hair and their hair with like their skin tone. It's weird to want kids for looks. I don't think that's weird. I mean, I guess it depends on like how fixated someone is on it. I guess, but I just kind of see that as the same thing as no, I don't like ghetto black women. Okay, that was Kia. I see that as the same thing as like, oh, I want to have a son, and I want my son to be a basketball player, right? So I don't want to marry a really short woman who also probably has like short parents, right? I see it as that same thing, and you really wouldn't fault anyone for that. So I don't really think we should fault someone for wanting their kids to come out like a certain complexion or something, unless it was some like self-hate type thing. Like if it's some like dark-skinned black dude and he's one of those Uncle Ruckus, I hate black people, and so he wants his kids to be lighter skinned because of that. It's like, okay, that's something else, right? Yeah, extremists. Yeah. We're talking about like extremists. Like hell yeah, like those people go eat a fucking dick. But if it's just people like, I just really think mixed kids are beautiful, and so I just want mixed kids of my own. Like I think that's perfectly fine. But if it has to do with like I want them this way because I don't want them another way, yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong. Yeah. So let me say it like that. 100% Ben Carson. I'm right-handed. Hey, you know what's weird? Naj is I'm right-handed in everything except basketball. For basketball, I actually shoot left-handed. A really strange story about that. For the first year or so when I was playing basketball, I was right-handed like I was with everything else. But one day, it's like my hand just gave out. My arm went out. I wasn't able to land shots with my right. Like it just stopped happening. And my dad was trying to like figure it out with me because my dad was like, he played basketball back in the day and he was coaching me. And he was you know what, son, try your left. And I was like, my left, but I'm not left-handed at all. And so I tried my left and I just started like sinking shit. And I was like, did my body just switch arms on me? Like, how does that work? So yeah, I was right-handed initially, and then my right just went out back when I was super young, and then I switched to my left, and I've just been left ever since. Super weird. When I try to do my left hand with anything, it's weird. But when I shoot, it feels natural. It's so strange. Had a stroke for like 2 seconds. Apparently, man, I don't know. The rice purity test. I have no idea what that is. Thoughts on the Nintendo Civil War from 2014? What's Civil War? You're talking about the one I had? Definitely lasted past 2014. Play keyboard and mouse left-handed, but you're like right-handed. Everything else. That's so weird. Kodak hates dark-skinned women. Ain't that dude like a burnt crisp? The fuck? Ain't that dude igneous or isn't Kodak an igneous rock? Yeah, dude looking like a shrimp. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. Those fucking self-haters. I can't stand them, dude. I'm 6'2". The lower your score, the less innocent you are. I have not taken that test. I'm not sure what that test is. Yo, what's going on, Vaughn? Good to see you, dude. Don't tell them. People be killing me with that shit, dude. Hold on, guys, 1 second. What is this? What is this right now? Oh God, no! Oh, I didn't realize what was playing. Oh, fuck me. The whole time I was listening to JoJo's. Ugh. I feel like I have to go cleanse now. By the way, guys, that was the last song on the song request. So for those of you in Twitch, if you guys want to add some more songs, for those of you who are sub, my bro's doing good. Am I gonna get the new Pokemon game? Yeah. I'm a cop this one. You guys know I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, but yeah, I'm a cop this one. For sure, for sure. Vajau. Let me see. Fuck. This is just some default SoundCloud music that Nightbot has on his playlist once it runs out of other songs. Yeah, when I'm scrolling down my phone through my pictures, it takes so long for me to like find the pictures I want. Cause I just have like a million pictures of Ebony. And then like 500,000 pictures of Teddy. I love my dogs like way too fucking much, dude. Animals are the best. Oh fuck, poverty fucks me again. Yo, that's a common enemy. Very common enemy. Trying to get a left-handed hitbox like Milkbear has. Can't find one? Didn't he tell you where he got his? Nah, actually, guys, this will probably be a shorter Q&A, because I actually have somewhere to go. Tonight's tournament night, so. Favorite genre of music? Electro swing. If we're not to include video game music as a genre, which it isn't really a genre, but if I were to say what type of music in general I enjoy listening to the most, it's actually video game OSTs, which I know it sounds nerdy as fuck, but if we're talking about actual real genres, particular genres, electro swing is my favorite genre. Followed by jazz, which, I mean, well, jazz is kind of a subcategory. I mean, electro swing is kind of a subcategory of jazz if you think about it, but yeah. A new Slayers or Ranma show? Nah, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen at all. Will ever go on a Weapon Wheel podcast? I won't say I won't ever go, but I definitely never feel like going on there. You know. No, I thought ARMS was a garbage mediocre game. Yeah, I mean, I know garbage is like below mediocre, but I just thought that game was so underwhelming. Like ARMS to me is like one of those games where it's like, this game did not need to exist. You know, like useless game. Like dev time could have went to something way more interesting and way better. Do I have a fucking like just random? Yeah, I don't know if y'all see that. I have like this hair on my mustache that for some reason is a lot longer than the rest. What the fuck? Yeah, ARMS was like a hella fucking filler game. ARMS more like death. What modern games need to stop or start? What do modern games need to stop or start doing? Okay, so the main thing is locking half the game behind fucking paywalls, which these devs know damn well they would have included normally if we weren't in the day and age of patches and DLCs. That's one. When the fuck am I downloading Orange Juice? We'll see after a month. We'll see how you treat me after a month, Kuro. We'll see. Playing the CNC. Oh, Command and Conquer? No, I have not actually. Yo, people wanting Springman and Ultimate. I'm just like, why? Why? Well, see, that's the reason why I don't go on the Weapon Wheel podcast. I don't want to get into the debates and like, you know, like, I mean, I'm cool with everyone on there. You know, I'm cool with BG. I'm cool with Bond. You know, we're friendly acquaintances or whatnot. But you know, like sometimes that podcast be on fuck shit. People in the community be on fuck shit. I don't care for it, man. Yeah. Actually, Yakuza 0 is a game that one of my viewers had actually purchased for me to stream. I will get to that eventually. Just scared of the smoke. There's nothing no one can fucking say to me. I'm not even on fucking YouTube anymore. I feel like another attempt to make a Splatoon-like IP that ultimately failed. Yeah. The thing, I can't speak. The thing about ARMS is that there was just nothing to it. You know, there was nothing to ARMS. You know what I mean? You might be on the hunt for debates on Facebook. Political debates, yeah. Oh yeah, Vesperia did come out on Switch, didn't it? Yeah, I'll definitely be playing Yakuza 0 for sure. Or Yakuza, I don't know how people like to pronounce it, but... You think I'm a weirdo enough for that Birdo tweet? Yo, man, come on, that was clearly a joke, man. A couple of people who didn't know me, because I know they didn't know me because they weren't following me. They just saw, like, other people, like, you know, laughing at the tweet or whatever. Like, they thought I was serious, and I'm like, bro, like, you could, like, look how I spelled. Like, come on, man. Remember I lost YouTube subs when I streamed another game during the ARMS beta test? Did I? I don't remember that, actually. Can we just get to the sex talk already? Nah, man, we can't force it. It has to come naturally. Thoughts on Trump? Again, for those who may be new to my streams, I have no political affiliation. So I have no horses in this race. But I think Trump's an idiot. Plain and simple. People can feel how they feel about his political stances, and you know, that's whatever. But like, just as a person, I think Trump is pretty freaking dumb. That pretty much sums up my thoughts on Trump. I don't think he's that intelligent of a human being at all.
Wolfpack.
Yo, Usan, thanks for the 5 months, my guy. The purity test. Well, what was it called? Like the rice purity or something like that? Haven't played Fate/Extella Link? No, I'm not sure what that is. I've talked about the Etika and Pro Jared situation so many times, man. I don't want to repeat it for the 1,000th time. Do I have horses in the back? I mean, I do live in Texas. There are literally horses right across the street from our complex. I could walk over there and go pet the horses right now. So yes, I got the horses in the back. Saddles are attached. He holds water bottles with 2 hands. That's all you need. Once you find her sold out. Damn, do you need to check daily, man? Check hourly. I love horses too, man. Horses are cute as fuck. Have y'all ever rode horses before? Horseback riding is so fun. Yeah, I saw the Batwoman trailer. I saw the massive dislikes on it. Horseback riding is so fun. You're scared of horses? Why are you scared of horses? The fuck? I rode one before, but she got pregnant. Jesus Christ. No. Me and Dom were talking about seeing John Wick 3 today, but I was like, nah, I have to do the Q&A and probably go to the tournament tonight as well. And I have to wake up super early. Super early tomorrow morning. I have to meet with my mom and my siblings. Not that I'm like complaining about it, but I just hate waking up in the morning. I have to I have to be somewhere at 8:30 for breakfast to meet up with my mom and my siblings. Because my younger sister, not my sister that's younger than me, but the younger of the two, she's going to be in town. We don't get to see her that often. And so we're all going to meet up, and my mom says she has some things she wants to discuss with us. Probably things regarding the divorce that my parents are going through, so yeah, I have to wake up in the morning for that, so definitely didn't want to catch any like late time showings or anything like that. I never have to tell my mods to like handle things. Like my mods are they just kind of know. They just kind of know. Fun fact: I've only banned one Numbnuts account. All the mods have banned the rest. I think I did like the first ban on Numbnuts, and then after that, like all the mods just banned Numbnuts. Expect to win the tournament or at least be in the nah. I mean, like I'm good in Ultimate, but not playing Smash 4 at all. I'm definitely behind the curve. I'm definitely like better than the majority of Ultimate players that played Smash 4, because I just have like the fundamentals that pull me ahead of even experienced players. But nah, there's too many people up here in Dallas. Like we have way too many top players. Our shit is stacked. Like our weeklies have been like 100 and 120 lately. And that's during finals, but like now that finals are over, this school semester is over. Like once this summer officially starts, we're gonna go back to having like 200 man locals. Our weeklies out here have like over 200 people. We'll have like 150 to like 250. Whenever people are off of school and stuff like that. Shit is hella stacked. Saw my friend get kicked in the chest by a horse. If you get kicked in the chest by a horse, that's your fault. The number one rule with interacting with horses is that you never, ever stand behind a horse. Never. Always avoid a horse's backside. But yeah, they can definitely kill you if they kick you. I've never been in Chicago. I never want to go to Chicago. I have no reason, zero incentives to ever go to fucking Chicago. Thoughts on Nostalgia Critic? Haven't really watched him in years, but back when I did, he was cool. I enjoyed his content. My brother said he would like to come back to YouTube. As far as will he absolutely, I can't say, but he did say he definitely wants to. He would like to. He just has to get his life in a certain situation and position. You know what I mean? Can a horse kick kill you? Yeah, absolutely. Horses are strong as fuck. Yes, horses could one-shot you. I have seen videos of people getting kicked in the head by a horse because they stand behind one, and you startle it, and so when horses are startled, they often buck and do like, got kicked in the head and just like flung downward, and he was just instantly dead. Just like just dead on contact, dude. Horses are fucking strong. They can definitely one-shot you. Yeah, there's a reason why people used to measure power in units in horses. Yeah, exactly. Horsepower, right? Because horses are fucking yeah. I can't remember. It's just one of those like random like gruesome Facebook videos, that you'll see of like someone just fucking dying. Super KO. Horses are stronger than Ganon forward smashes, dude. Yeah, horses OP as fuck. 21, what the fuck, man? I guess you could say that. There's nice spots in Chicago. Oh, of course. Like, not all of Chicago is like, the gang banging streets or whatever. But even that aside, I still have no incentive to go. There's not a single attraction like in Chicago that would make me want to go there. Like, I don't know. Like, I have no interest in going to Chicago. I don't know. I don't doubt there's nice areas, but regardless, I'm not interested in their pizza. I know that may sound blasphemous for a lot of you guys, but I'm just not interested in their pizza. I don't like the way their pizza looks. To me, I don't consider... I know this is going to be hella blasphemous. I don't consider Chicago pizza because they make pies. Those are fucking pies. Those aren't fucking pizzas. They're pies. I'm not saying that they're probably not good. They're probably good, but just based off of form factor alone, you know, I don't want to eat them. I don't want to eat them. Yeah, it's more like a type of like lasagna or casserole or pie type deal. I just don't see it as fucking pizza. And I'm glad Henry is not in the stream right now, because he would definitely have some shit to say. You know, see, speaking of lasagna, I have not had lasagna in a hot minute. Dude, you know what's funny about that capture code? To this day, Dr. Trey was never able to beat that Mario Maker course. And that was like the first or second Mario Maker course I ever made. And it wasn't even that fucking hard. It was not that hard at all. And I remember I challenged Trey to beat the level because Trey was talking about... Because I had told Trey, like, you know, Trey, you're just garbage at video games, man. You're just so fucking garbage. I was like, I bet you can't even beat this fucking course. He's like, give me the code to that course. I'll beat it. Like, yeah, I may be bad at like certain fighters and certain shooters, but like I'm a beast at Mario and platformers. To this day, he never fucking beat that Mario Maker level. And I had tons of subscribers in my stream who download the course and beat it maybe within their first like 15 tries. This man tried for weeks and never fucking beat the course. Trey's the DSP that people don't know about. What's going on, Michael? How you doing? Dr. Trey makes you look skilled. If you guys didn't see Dr. Trey's Uncharted live streams, oh my god. Oh my god. If y'all never saw those, yeah, you guys missed out. Those Uncharted live streams were the best live streams I've ever seen in my life for the wrong reasons. Oh, and also the live streams I used to do on Twitch where I used to play him in Injustice. When I used to play Trey in Injustice, oh my god. I don't know the course ID, man. I haven't played Mario Maker in years. I don't remember that shit. You don't know Dr. Trey, Chaos? I thought you were in the YouTube community like that. Mario Maker 2 is going to be fire. I'm definitely going to be playing that game pretty regularly. I am not looking forward to the Aladdin remake. What's going on, by the way, Jake? How you doing? Absolutely not. Oh, God. Yo, you got that uploaded to YouTube, CJ? My matches with Trey would be so bad in Injustice. Are for, like, the whole night. The scores would be something like 35-3 by the end of the night. Like, it would just be, like, an ass beating, dude. And it's not like I would even go, like, try hard on him and like play to win. Like, it's me just autopiloting on him and just biting him for the entire night. For just the entire night, dude. And like sometimes I would just like pick his character. Like there was one night where I was like, you know what? Let me try out Joker. And then I just do like this 40% combo as Joker, and this man doesn't know how to do it. Yeah, dude, yeah. I remember there was times where, you know, Trey was talking about he's good in Mortal Kombat and stuff. I'm like, okay, Trey, I'm gonna stand here. Do a 5-hit combo on me right now. Do a 5-hit combo on me right now in MKX. And he could not. I don't know if you guys know Legend. I challenged Legend to do that too, and he couldn't do it. You know. His excuse was, oh, bro, Sub-Zero doesn't have any 5-hit combos like that, man. You can't combo with Sub-Zero. Then I went to training mode for like 2 minutes. I looked at his strings. I looked at his special move inputs. I'm like, okay. Doom, 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 doom. Did like a 30% like 7-hit combo or something like that. You saw some of the Mortal Kombat videos. What other characters do I want in MK11? Well, we already kind of know who's coming. But as far as characters I would want... It's kind of weird because the characters I wanted in MK11 are in there. The problem is that they're so radically different that they might as well not be those characters. You know, I wanted, yeah, he thinks combos are like stupid or something, like, or he's cheap. So, oh, here we go. You got me in this corner combo, and now I'm going to take 40%. I'm like, yeah, that's the game. I'm playing a fighting game. There's combos in a fighting game. That's how you punish people. That's how you get the damage. But yeah, like I wanted like Scarlet, and I wanted Scarlet, and I wanted Aaron Black to return, but they just play so differently. I don't like them. Needs to clean these YouTube streets. All right, CJ, thanks for tuning in, dude. I'll see you around. What's going on, Orion? Katamari Damacy? Oh, wait, the Aladdin remake is out? I thought that came out like this weekend. Like this Thursday. Tomorrow. I actually tried my hand at Blaze Blue a long time ago. I never bought it, but I tried it out. I thought it was cool, but I don't know. I'm just not an anime fighter guy like that. Advanced Grid? Oh, okay. I was about to say that's already out. What are the reviews looking like? Not that I'm interested. I'm not gonna go see that movie. I'm not like I'm gonna have to get paid to go see that movie, but I have absolutely no interest in seeing that movie whatsoever. Reviews are mixed. Okay, that's pretty expected. I imagine it wouldn't be like dog shit, but I also imagine that it wouldn't necessarily be like good either. Jafar is ass apparently. Oh, did I miss a question from you, Kuro? Hold up. If I had a kid, would I want to know the sex before they're born? Yeah. Because I want to be able to prepare. So, yeah. But if you're well off and you just have the money to get what you want whenever, you know, once the child comes, I guess, you know, then at that point, then I wouldn't mind, like, waiting for the reveal, you know, but... You know, if I just have like average income or whatever, I would definitely want to know what I have beforehand. You know what I mean? I definitely want to be ready. I want to have the crib ready. You know, I have the whole entire room. You know, the nursery room ready. Clothes, diapers, you know, bibs and, you know, pacifiers, all that. I can already tell, like, I'm going to spoil the fuck out of my kids. Like, I'm going to spoil the fuck out of my babies, and especially my daughters. Like, I already know I'm gonna be the type of dad where, like, I might be a little stricter with like my sons once they become a certain age. Like when they're babies and like little toddlers, I'm still gonna spoil the fuck out of them. But like when it comes to my daughters, I know I'm gonna be the type of father. I'm just gonna spoil the fuck out of my daughters. Describe LTG's room. Wow. For a moment, I was like, wait, what's that mean? Oh shit! God damn, we throwing shots. One thing raised child as genderless thing. I think that's super weird. I think that's super strange to me. I don't understand the point of that because children usually choose a gender. You know what I mean? Or we're not necessarily choose one. Like they don't like consciously say like I'm a boy. They just feel like they're a certain way or another. You know what I mean? I feel like raising them any certain way, it's kind of wrong because you should raise them according to the way they're acting and the way they're feeling, not what you want to do. You know what I mean? I'm completely against that. You don't force things. You don't force things on your kids like that. It's like, oh, you're gonna buy them genderless clothes. You might say it's harmless because you're raising them like genderlessly, but it's like, What if they do want male clothes? What if they do want girl clothes? You know, like you're just gonna say, nah, you're gonna be genderless until you're a certain age. Like, no, you can't put that on them. You know what I mean? Well, here's the thing. You're not forcing a gender on them until that child tells you otherwise. You know what I mean? Unless that child says, "Mommy, I feel like a girl," and they were, born a boy, or they feel like, "Mommy, I feel like I'm a boy," and they're born a girl. You're not forcing anything upon them. You know, 99% of the times they're gonna be their matching sex. You know what I mean? Like, people still have to realize that, like, transgender individuals or people who identify as, like, non-binary and stuff like that, there's still an incredibly small percentage of the population. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's wrong to just be like, okay, I had my child born, it was a boy, so I'm going to buy him boy clothes. Like, I don't see that as wrong, because 99% of the time it's gonna line up. You see what I'm saying? Now, if, like I said, the child is like, I don't feel like I'm a boy, I don't want to be a boy, I feel like I'm a girl, and you're still forcing them to do boy clothes, and at that point it's like, okay, yeah, you're being a dick and you're being an asshole. Let the child be who they want to be, or whatever, right? But I don't think just clothing them in whatever sex they were born with. No, I don't think that's forcing them to do anything. What if my kid turned out to be ghetto? That's impossible. The only way your child could turn out to be ghetto is if their parents are ghetto, or is if they are born in the ghetto. I am not ghetto. Whoever I have children with will not be ghetto, and I will not be raising my children in the ghetto. Therefore, it is physically, statistically impossible for my child to be ghetto. So, and also, yeah, you could be born in the ghetto and not be ghetto as well. So there's also that. Being in the ghetto doesn't automatically mean you're going to be ghetto anyway. So it means you have a good chance, but yeah. I want a son first, but I definitely want both. But like I said before, I want a son first, so that way, I want my daughter to have a big brother, right? I want a big brother that can help protect my daughter. Caprico, no, and you know the answer to that. Yeah, that's the only reason why I want a son first. Otherwise, I really don't care. Like, the only way I will be unsatisfied with my kids is if I only have one sex, right? Not both. If I only have girls, or if I only have boys, I'll be disappointed. You know what I mean? I definitely want both. But yeah, I definitely want a boy first. Ideally, I would like to have, if I have the money. Like I said, I told you guys before, the amount of kids I want to have is going to be dependent on my financials. Ideally, I would like 2 boys, 2 girls. If it's going to be 3 kids, I want maybe like 2 boys, 1 girl. If I'm going to have 2 kids, 1 boy, 1 girl. Yeah, I've heard LTG's take on daughters, yeah. Just one of those things where I'm listening to him, I'm just like, dog, like, I can't rock with this, man. I can't rock with this. See, I'm completely against having 1 kid. And the reason being, if something, the 24-hour live stream is next week, which, by the way, guys, let me say this. If I'm going to do this 24-hour live stream, y'all, I'm going to need y'all to tune in. Don't have me sacrificing my health, right? And then I only have like 10 motherfuckers watching at a time or something, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to need y'all to show up if I'm going to do this 24-hour live stream. I'm just saying. You UK dudes especially, because once all the American people go to sleep, I'm going to need y'all to be up. Everyone in the UK. Alex, Chaos, I'm looking at y'all. I appreciate that, Alex. Okay, so LTG's. Okay, well, let me finish my thought before I said that. I don't want one kid because if something happens to that one kid, that's it, right? That's my legacy. You know what I mean? So I definitely want multiple kids just in case something happens to one of my children. But yeah, anyways, what LTG's take on daughters? These are his words. His words. LTG thinks having daughters is useless. He thinks daughters have no value. So by basically, he's like a Chinese man. He thinks having daughters is useless because daughters take the names of their husbands, so they can't continue your legacy. That's what LTG believes about daughters. So he only wants boys. That is some Chinese shit, dude. Some hella Chinese shit. I mean, more times than not, the woman would take her, husband's name. Nah, he used to have a girlfriend. They've been broken up since like 2019, I think, or something like that. They've been broken up for maybe 5 or 6 months. I want to say. I'm sick of hearing this. But yeah, so he believes that daughters basically have no value. Nah, they didn't get back together. Nah. Yeah, I think like 3 kids is definitely my sweet spot. If I had like 1 son and 2 daughters, that'd be fine too. Again, I just want to have a son first so my son could protect his sisters. You know what I mean? I definitely do not want multiple baby mamas. If I did, if I had multiple baby mamas, it wouldn't be because I just slept around and I just accidentally got a bunch of women like preggy or whatever. If I ever end up with multiple baby mamas, it's going to be because I just decide I don't really want to get married and I just want to be poly. Right? And like, that's it. And I'm going to have like sister wives and shit. You know what I mean? That's the only way I will have multiple baby mamas. I'm not doing it the fucking, ghetto way or whatever. You know what I mean? Finna move to the Middle East, right? Have multiple wives or become Mormon or something. Oh no, I'm definitely gonna be strapped. I'm gonna be strapped before I have. Because matter of fact, I should probably work on that now. Because I always told myself once I became of age to have a concealed carry license. That's the first thing I was gonna go do. So I need to go work on that now. I definitely gonna be walking around strapped. Yeah, me and LTG are cool. Yeah. Will I name my child King Shokio? No. I do have some names picked out for my children. Still working on the boy names, but I definitely have girl names that I really like. I can say happy birthday to James. Happy birthday, James, whoever that may be. Gun range live stream? Yo, I'm down. I'm down. Well, offer offsprings. Oh, will your offsprings be called Shoklets? No, I'm definitely not going to be using any names. Y'all motherfuckers be saying. Y'all some meme lords and shit. Hey, man, I'd totally be down to have a harem. Just gotta find the women to be down to, do the whole sister wives thing, you know what I mean? The ghettoest name I know IRL, so as far as someone I know personally... I don't personally know 2 ghetto names, like... I've definitely heard of some super ghetto names, but it's no one I know, like, personally. But, Courtney. Courtney's not ghetto. There's definitely a bunch of ghetto bitches named Courtney, but, like, the ghetto didn't invent that name. You know what I mean? The most ghetto name I heard of, someone that I know of in real life, but like, I don't know them like that, was probably what's her name? LaQuasia. LaQuasia. It's probably the most ghetto I can think of right now. There was yeah, I've seen the Ladacia thing before. Yeah, like it's LA-A, but the hyphen is actually pronounced, so it's like Ladacia. Yeah, I saw that before. Yeah, so LaQuasia's probably the most ghetto I personally know of. Anything that ends with Sha or yeah, like Kia, you know, it's just generally just pretty fucking ghetto. LaFonda, I've heard that one before. How about bitch? Jeez. Ja La D. Oh yeah, or Sha. What happened with Kia on Facebook? Nothing happened. Because I made sure nothing. I made sure nothing happened. Like I told you guys. She sent me a message. I left her ass on red. Because I'm not getting into that shit again. Shokio. You have never seen anyone named Shokio. I refuse to believe that's a real name you have seen. DeMarcus. Yeah, let's talk about dude names. DeMarcus is hella ghetto. Antoine. What's up, Daisuke? How you doing? Antoine is ghetto. What's another one? Tyrone. Yeah, how can you forget about Tyrone? Tyrone's ghetto as fuck. Jamal. That's I no offense to anyone in here, and I actually have a homie named Jamal who watches my stream sometimes. Shouts to Jamal. I hate Jamal as a name. I cannot fucking stand Jamal for multiple reasons. One, because when employers, you know, read my name or something, or if I go to a doctor's office, you're right, Jamal Williams, like, that's not an L, bitch! My name is clearly not Jamal, so for that reason, for one. And then two, it's just the most overused name in America, dude. I don't understand how, you know, women name their children Jamal. Like, there are billions and billions of motherfuckers named Jamal. Like, you don't want to make your child a little bit more unique than that. And anyone named Jamal out there, I'm sorry, but it's such a generic fucking name. You know what I mean? For a black guy, like, it's just so fucking generic, and it's just beaten to the ground. Like, god damn. Maybe it originated as a Muslim name, but the Black Hoods definitely fucking stole it. Apparently, I think last time I checked, there's like 6 other people in the US with the name Jemai. I googled it before. There's like 6 people named Jemai. Or like 5 or something like that. So yeah, very few people in this world with my name. It's an Arab name meaning beautiful. I mean, that's nice and all, but that still doesn't change the fact that it's the most fucking off-brand, great value cereal black name you could think of. Like Jamal to me is like going to Walmart, going down the cereal aisle, and you buy a cereal that's just named Loops. That's it. No type of Loops. The cereal is just called Loops. That's how I feel about Jamal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, God, can you get a little bit creative? Can you love your son a little bit and not name him Jamal? You know what I mean? Well, the thing about Alex is that I actually think Alexander is a cool sounding name. But if you're just going to like shorten it and just call him Alex, then it's like, yeah, that's kind of boring. Yeah, let's pronounce your name as Charlemagne. Wait, you used to stream, Kuro? Your sister-in-law is named John. Hold up. John Tisha? Hold up. Did I read that correctly? Oh, substitute teacher. Oh, gotcha. John Tisha. Am I reading that right? That is a name that exists. My sister-in-law is named John Tisha. You just call her Tisha though? I bet. I bet you do. John, yeah. We have to kill her. We have to kill her. We have, not because she did anything wrong, but like we just have to put her out of her misery. And also, that name should just not exist. Like that name needs to get purged from the list of the living. That name just should. We have to kill her. Where does she live? I need an address. Either she needs to name change or we're gonna have to kill her. I'm sorry. John Tisha. She can't live. She can't be allowed to live. I'm sorry. We have to end her suffering. Holy fuck. John Tisha. Jesus Christ. Is she employed? Yo, if she's ever been employed even once, she's actually godlike. Shouts to her, man. Like, she must... Yo, shouts to the homie Dom. She must have, like, the most professional type of, like, you know, just aura to herself. She must be super fucking smart. To have that name, right, and still get callbacks from employers. Like, holy shit. John Tisha. Okay, I was about to say, she has to be incredibly smart and experienced. Kuro says she has a sister-in-law named John Tisha. John Tisha.
Wait, so John is the same
like the
name?
word John and Tisha. One word. John Tisha.
Huh? What?
What?
Bro, what are you talking about, man? Hey.
Oh my god, dude. Yo, the fucking emotes. Holy shit. Yeah, ABCDE, I did hear about that name, yeah. I have. I don't think it was pronounced like that, though. How was it pronounced? Or was it just ABCDE? Or was it like Absidy? No, it was Absidy. Yeah. Yeah, Absidy is how it's pronounced. I remember that, yeah. But they've spelled it ABCDE. Absidy, yeah.
No, bro, what?
Listen. What?
I've actually seen a bunch of people like say, bro, you're so rich, dude. I'm just like,
How?
nah,
How the fuck?
I don't know.
How would I review my headset? I would give this headset maybe like a 7 out of 10, maybe 7.5. The mic could be a bit better, but the sound quality is pretty good and it's very comfortable. You guys have seen me like live stream for like really long hours. I've never like taken the headset off, then you know like my ears are hurting or whatever. You know, nothing like that. Feels good. Yeah, Absidy doesn't sound that bad, but the spelling, yeah, that's a yikes for me. Xavier's another name. I would also never name my child because just, you know, too common. I mean, you guys know me. You guys know, you know, all the rants I've had on like animes and how I hate generic animes. I hate generic games, you know. That ties in with everything. That's universal. Like, there's a few exceptions, but just in general, genericness just bothers me. I just hate genericness. You know what I mean?
Because all the money goes into the sound quality, not the mic, bro.
Yeah. And then, like, when you look at mics like this is how big mics need to be developed. Well, within a reasonable price range to have good quality. You know, the smaller you make a mic, the harder it is going to be cramming, you know, a high quality, you know, microphone in such a small space.
Like,
you know what I mean?
How, like, a lot of the cell phones be hundreds of dollars, but for some reason, when you talk to niggas,
Yeah.
your voice is garbage.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
It's hard to get that shit high quality without just making it obscenely expensive. What about foreign names? What about them? You mean like foreign names that might be like rare out here, but like generic in where they're from? Horror movies are incredibly generic. I've said it before, like I love horror movies. It's my favorite genre, but like, as I said before, 99% of horror movies are actually garbage. But when you do get that good horror movie, I fucking love them. And that's why horror movies are my favorite genre. A Chinese Tyrone. A Chinese dude named Tyrone. Yo, his mama gotta be a memer. She did that for the memes.
What's up, Alex?
She'll probably like, haha, my son Chinese, but I'm going to name him Tyrone. Like, now, I would say not every. Like I said, there are exceptions. Not every generic name bothers me because some names are generic, but they do just sound nice. You know what I mean? But yeah, have I seen They Live? No, what's that? I mean, there's always going to be cliche movies. Like, yeah, that kind of goes without saying. I've seen that. Fuck you, yeah. People think my son is black. Dude, I love Blasian babies. I have a Blasian nephew, so I'm biased. My nephew's fucking adorable. Love him to death. Yeah, I saw Hush. Hush was alright. Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe was great. Kuro thought that movie was stupid though, and she hated it. Don't know why. Kuro just has bad taste in movies. You know, there she goes. I shouldn't have you mention it. You can't say every movie is generic. You can say most. You can't say every movie is generic. And even if a movie has some like cliches or tropes, that still doesn't make the overall movie generic. Like, for instance, Jay said that like superhero movies are generic, but think about it. Has the MCU ever been done before? You know what I mean? No. Yeah, you could say like a lot of the individual movies have cliches and tropes, but Marvel has still created something that hasn't been done before. You know what I mean? Favorite horror movie? The Thing. No. I'm not talking about simple crossovers. I'm talking about an entire comprehensive, cohesive universe with the fleshed out timeline, right? And I'm talking about like all of that. I'm not talking about simply, oh, this character, you know, guest starred in this character's movie and we got a crossover. The MCU has definitely not been done before. You cannot say the MCU is not new. We have never had superhero movies that have done what the MCU has done. That is just facts. You know, I've never dated an Asian chick or even talked to one really. The closest I got to was the Blasian chick I dated first year in college, and like that was it. Generic just means like run of the mill. Cliche, overused, overdone. Very generic just means incredibly common. Let's just put it that way. DC is not a thing. What about DC? DC has not done a cinematic universe like that.
Bro, they got like
until Marvel.
They got like 10 million Batman movies and like 5 million Superman movies. I can't really call that an expansive universe.
Yeah, like they never made a universe out of it.
Like a failed Green Lantern. Like
that's an understatement, dude.
Like yeah, that's trash. That's not even a comparison.
Uzbek chick. That's rare. What do they even look? Those are. They're kind of like redheads, right? With like freckles. People out there in like that region. Why doesn't the word extraordinary mean very common? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Well, I guess that's because in that word's context, extra is being used in the context and meaning of extra as in more, like going beyond type of deal. So it's like it means like going beyond ordinary rather than being super ordinary. That's probably why. Yeah, yeah. Extra is being used in the sense of more. Not more of, but more. Not more of ordinary, but more than ordinary. My anime crush, I mean, I don't be out here crushing on anime characters like that. But if I had to like choose one from like my childhood or something, let me think.
It'll be Keiko, man. You Hakusho
No. Keiko is kind of average. She's kind of a basic bitch, TBH. Shut the fuck up. That's hard, man. I kind of like Ryoko from Tenchi because she was a crazy bitch.
Yeah.
I kind of like Ryoko and what was the other one's name? Purple hair, the princess. Started with the I want to say.
I don't even.
What was her name, guys? Princess Aika or something like that, or. Botan was definitely better than what's her face? Kagome, yeah. Yeah, I liked Ryoko. I liked Aisha from Outlaw Star.
Bro.
Nah, not Kill la Kill, Ryoko.
Nah, bro. I know you like them chicks from Love Hina.
Nah, definitely not. Oh, if you guys watch Bill Dandy, her black sister.
Oh my goddess.
From Oh My Goddess, yeah, the black one.
Okay.
Yeah, she was kind of a bad bitch. I forget her name. Hold up. I remember when I was younger, I was like, damn, this bitch fine. I'm surprised you watched that.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
Ken Akamatsu was a beast.
Yo, thanks for the 1021.
The fact I know that motherfucking artist's name.
Koronite. Aika. Wait, who's Aika? Aika. Oh yeah, from Tenchi. Yeah, I thought she was cool too, but I was definitely more of a like Ryoko guy. What was that chick's name? Hold up. Can't remember. I want to say it started with like a U.
It just said right there, Erd.
Oh, Erd, yeah. Yeah, Erd, yeah. Yeah, when I was a kid, I was like, this bitch can get it.
Yo, that's that old school like Golden Boy style art style.
Yeah, I miss that art style, dude. So this is like Erd from Oh My Goddess. This is probably like my biggest childhood like anime / cartoon crush. The peanut butter complexion, man. Like
he's trying to be
I was like, this bitch bad, man. Now, as far as like cartoons, if we're talking about like Western things, of course we already said like Chell from fucking Road to El Dorado. She a bad bitch. She fine. Kuwabara's girl can get it. Oh, you're talking about what's the phrase? I'm forgetting fucking characters. What the fuck was cool? What was Keiko? Yeah, Keiko. No. Was it Keiko? No, it wasn't Keiko. Yukina. Yeah, Yukina. What's Keiko from? Keiko was a chick from Inuyasha, right, or something like that.
No, that's cool. Okay.
No. Keiko was Yusuke's chick. Yeah.
I was like, what?
Again.
I was like, as much as you boost Yu Yu Hakusho, how could you forget?
Dude, I don't know, dude. I got them fucking flipped. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah. Keiko is Yusuke's chick, and then fucking Fraud Fan. I haven't rewatched it in a while. Like, I have intentionally not watched that show, rewatched it in years, because every single time I do, it makes me cry. And I don't like crying, so I don't go back and watch Yu Yu. Yeah, Yu Yu's bad though. What? Excuse me, sir? Chaos, not you, my guy. I don't want to have to ban you. Come on, man.
No, but I see that link and that's already a pass, bro.
I see Shrek Fiona. Yeah. I'm not clicking on that.
I'll see you later, bro.
8 Batman movies. Okay, but did they make a universe out of them? No. That's Jay. God damn it, Jay. No JoJo's. No, I have the song request up, so I can see what the song is. You like Kurama better than Yusuke? I mean, all four of the characters, you know, all four of the main characters they're all great characters. Can't go wrong with any of them. As a kid, I was more of a Hiei guy. But I did like Yoko Kurama. Yoko Kurama was pretty fucking fresh. No, they didn't. What are you talking about? Prior to the MCU, there wasn't this big, massive, comprehensive superhero universe like that. That was not a thing. Oh, no, I already had the song request up anyways. I already had the tab up, so I was going to see either way. Are there any other Yu Yu Hakusho characters in Jump Force other than Yusuke and Toguro? It's just those two, right? Cry in the 24-hour live stream. Why would I do that? Jump Force is garbage. I think Jay's trolling me.
What was he saying? I'm not reading like the left side.
He's saying Dark Knight was before the MCU.
Bro, that's Batman. That's Batman.
You're talking about a trilogy for a single here.
All right, bro.
He's trolling. He's trolling.
Bro, we're
he's trolling.
talking about we got the Incredible Hulk, we got Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, Black Panther, Ant-Man, like Guardians of the Galaxy. We got all these different characters, and you're talking about Batman, specifically Batman. Well, that's not. Yeah, that Incredible Hulk was in MCU, but just I'm listing characters.
You're just saying Hulk was in it.
You know what I mean? Like you can't have like Batman and Robin, The Dark Knight, Batman Begins. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are all Batman movies.
I mostly listen to video game soundtracks. Actually, Monkey.
You know, Batman Robin was fucking lit. When I was a kid, that movie was amazing, bro.
Those movies are pretty fucking great. But outside of video game music, I listen to jazz and electro swing mostly. Yeah, like once you're talking about a trilogy. We're talking about a universe. We're talking about a universe, my guy. Like
this man Chaos over there speaking Japanese talking about I can't.
Shown, that's not even true either. Cause like, okay, let's look up. Hold on, let me. Cause Arrow started. Let me see. Arrow started in 2012. Iron Man came out in 2008. No, the MCU started with Iron Man because it was planned out since Iron Man. If Iron Man was successful, they were always planning to go ahead and do the entire MCU. What the fuck? Yeah, I was so disappointed in that fucking finale, dude. That was a Game of Thrones video, like some parody song, talking about how shit the finale was. Oh yeah, I watched Spider-Verse. Yeah, of course. That movie was fucking lit.
Yo, the first Captain America was amazing.
Saying the movies could stand on their own feet doesn't mean that the MCU wasn't planned. You could go look up interviews right now. They always said because they didn't know if these movies would be successful, right? So that's why they made it that way. They made it to where if they weren't gonna blow up and be a big thing, the movies could still stand on their own. But if they were to be successful, then they would go ahead and proceed with making the MCU. They've always said that since the beginning. Wait, wasn't one of the Hulks part of the MCU despite them changing actors? Yeah, one of them was, right? It was the last one. The very last Hulk movie, right? That was part of the MCU, right? But I think at the timing of that Hulk movie, they hadn't planned the MCU, but they just went ahead and said like, oh, yeah, that's included as well, type deal. The MCU did not start after Avengers 1. No, it did not.
No, because they had to make all the origin stories to even
Bro,
get to the
like you can't even say that because the movies featured other heroes before the first ensemble movie in the first place. Like Thor 1 had Hawkeye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so they clearly plotted that shit even before Avengers. MCU started with Iron Man. You're arguing with facts, dude. It started with Iron Man.
Not to mention Nick Fury was popping up with everything.
Yeah. In Iron Man 1, they talked about S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, S.H.I.E.L.D.'s in Iron Man 1. Like, what are you talking about? Captain America, the first Avenger. Oh, but the MCU started with the Avengers. Like, hello? This shit was plotted from the beginning.
Captain Marvel was bad,
I thought the movie was okay. It was solid. Well, Captain Marvel was the first. Well, no, yeah, it was Captain America. Yeah, it was Captain America. It's just that her movie was just a prequel to everything except Captain America 1. At the end of Iron Man 1, Nick Fury was plotting the Avengers Initiative. Oh, was that like a post-credit scene? Yeah. It's like, what are you talking about? This man has to be trolling.
Because also, none of the DC movies you sat there to wait for the scene that had to do with the next film.
Yeah. Or a film that was not part of that character's trilogy or something.
Yeah.
You know, there was no like, oh, I'm watching The Dark Knight and post-credit scene. I see flashes of electricity or something, Aquaman. And you're Aquaman. Yeah. Like, was the best sex I ever had? What? Speaking, where the fuck you been? Mm-hmm. That's kind of out of nowhere. Kind of changed the topic, but unfortunately, best sex I ever had was with Kia. But that was her only redeeming factor. Yeah, I completely forgot about that post-credit scene because I've rewatched Iron Man recently because I downloaded it, but it didn't have like the post-credit, so I completely forgot about that. But yeah, Tony appeared at the end of Incredible Hulk. Did he? I don't remember that. I haven't seen that movie in a long ass time either. I only ask because I'm a virgin. You had to be trolling, Jay. Okay, he's trolling. He's trolling. You can't say all the first movies are based off of one-shot comics when all the first movies include something that has to deal with the other heroes or the universe as a whole. You got Shield and Iron Man. You got Hawkeye and the Tesseract and Thor. You got the first Avenger in the name of Captain America. Like, what are you talking about? Literally, all three of like the big main characters of the MCU, that being Iron Man, Thor, and fucking Captain America, all of their first movies had to deal with other people. It involved other people and things at large within the universe. Like, what are you talking about? The first Avenger, the Tesseract, hitting at the Infinity Stones. They have a Hawkeye in there, who has always been one of the first original Avengers. Then Iron Man having Shield and Nick Fury. Like, what are you talking about? Tony appeared at the end of Incredible Hulk. Oh, I think I remember that scene now. Yeah. So that was included. You guys are right? Yeah. So it started with Incredible Hulk. Yeah. Loner Games, appreciate the follow, man. My least favorite Marvel film? That's between Thor 1 and Iron Man 3.
Really?
Yeah.
You liked Iron Man 2?
More than 3, yeah.
What?
Yeah. I thought 3 was hot fucking garbage.
I thought 2 was
I mean, I'm not denying that wasn't like weak either, but 3 made me question like, what am I watching?
Nah, bro.
Like,
you said the first Thor?
Yeah.
I thought Thor 2 was worse than that, dude.
So here's the thing. Thor 2 was bad because it was incredibly boring. Thor 1 to me is bad because it was actually just fucking garbage. Like the acting, the special effects, the human characters, right? Like Jane's friends and all that stuff. Like they were so corny, the acting was so bad, and the dialogue was awful. So yeah, like Thor 2 was bad, but it was bad in a less volatile way, right? For like less bad reasons. And another reason why I'll put Thor 2 above 1 is because Thor 2 was the only Thor that actually took place in Asgard. Right? It actually explored Asgard a bit, and none of the rest really did. Because Thor 1, they're mostly on Earth and shit.
Yeah.
And then Ragnarok, they're mostly on, Zakar or whatever the name is.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, like, Thor 2 was just a waste of time.
It was until Endgame. Endgame actually made Thor 2 matter.
But it needed another movie to make it matter.
Yeah. It was definitely garbage. And it still is. But it mattered more than one. I mean,
in the grand scheme,
thanks to the 160-21.
In the grand scheme of the whole universe, yes, it did.
Yeah.
But Thor made more sense simply because the garbage acting made sense.
The acting was garbage.
It was garbage, but you also gotta keep in mind, like, how would you really react to a motherfucker that has no idea how your world works? Like getting hit by cars and all that.
That doesn't mean you act poorly.
But it's like, in reality though, like they're like flabbergasted.
Yo, next movie night we're watching Thor 1, man. Y'all need to get reminded of how bad that acting was in Thor 1. It was like the last Airbender level of acting, dude. Like, okay, maybe not quite that level. Close. Ballpark. Yeah, the end fight of Thor 2 took place on Earth, but the majority of the movie actually took place on Asgard. Or other places within Thor's lore. Yeah, like Thor 2 was the only Thor that like kind of explored Asgard. We actually got to see a lot of Asgard, We saw Thor's mom, saw a lot of Odin, you know what I mean?
I feel like the reason Thor was better is because that was what got Loki's character.
Loki wasn't enough to carry that movie, I'm sorry.
No, but I'm just saying,
I would say it was more important. I wouldn't say that made it better.
Like, it gave you the part to where it caused
It set it for Avengers, yeah.
Yeah, it caused the rift in their relationship.
Yeah. It was more important. I'll agree with that. But it was not better. It was not better because of that.
Because of that.
The Thor 2 was a better Thor movie. Because it was more so about... It was more... it was more faithful to what Thor is about and his source material.
Okay.
It explored his particular universe more than one did.
Right.
One was just like, oh, I come from a far place,
Yeah, he's
and
out of his
you're a human chick, and what is a car? What is internet? Jokes, slapstick comedy, terrible acting. You have this like journalist friend who tries to do one-liners, and she's not funny, although she's supposed to be the comedic relief. You know what I mean?
Well, that's just because somebody was infatuated with the chest area. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
It was just so
you,
bad.
you know how these dudes are with cat titties, right?
Yeah. Oh, we all agree. Bottom line, they're both ass, yeah, for sure. But I definitely will give 2 the edge. But yeah, Iron Man 3 and Thor 1 are like the worst movies to me in the MCU.
Nah, bro.
And then like Thor 2 would probably be like the third.
Nah, bro, it's Iron Man 2, bro. Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2, I feel like is better than all three of those movies.
No, bro, because check it out. Iron Man 2, you wasted all this time watching Drunk Tony and all this other bullshit to see him and fucking War Machine go. Like, what the fuck?
They had action before that.
Barely. Barely?
Let me think.
That movie
So
was
there's a
trash.
scene at the beginning with the racetrack.
Okay. Trash.
What other action scenes were there?
Exactly. Trash.
Oh, let me think.
Trash.
Because I haven't rewatched that movie in a minute.
Bro, it's like you just see this man chilling in like his cell, like making shit. And then he goes to fuck some shit up. And then they just like let our powers combine. Like that movie was garbage, bro. That movie was so bad. How could you say 3 was worse?
Nah, didn't.
How could you possibly say 3 was worse, bro?
Huh. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna have to rewatch both movies.
Because me and Chris had just watched. We were watching like most.
Yeah,
of
he
them.
could be right.
Like the fact that you can't remember anything from it, dude.
But I remember being way more disappointed in 3 than I was 2. That's what I'm kind of basing it off of.
But I mean,
I don't remember being burnt as badly in 2 as I was from 3.
that's probably why you think that. But at the same time, bro, 2 was literally trash. Like, I don't know how people like that movie at all.
It had to have more than just those 2 action scenes.
No, dude, it was.
That was legit it?
It was terrible, bro. And the final battle was literally just, like I said, just. Come on, bro. That shit was trash. Like these.
It was cool.
No.
It was cool. See, Iron Man, War Machine fight side by side. That was
They're
badass.
sitting there, this man's like choking him out, and it's like,
Okay, but here's the
they're
thing
like,
though.
bro,
At least with Iron Man 2,
bro,
Tony
that's-
actually fucking fought. At the end of Iron Man 3, he didn't even fight. It was just his fucking drone suits doing all the fucking work, and then Pepper gets the kill. Like, Tony actually didn't even do shit at the finale of Iron Man 3.
But that's cool. It's still.
That was hella lame to me. Tell me, skip the song? Why? I don't mind Undertale, as long as it's not fucking JoJo's. I'll listen to Undertale soundtrack.
100% rewatch both of those movies.
I'm gonna have to, okay.
And please tell me 3 is worse than 2.
Alright guys, so for the next movie nights we're gonna do, we're going to watch Thor 1 and we're gonna watch Iron Man 2 and 3. Because I have to watch these movies over again. I still maintain that Thor 2 is better than Thor 1, but we're gonna watch Thor 1 again, just so I can remind you guys how fucking bad it was. That movie was fucking awful, dude. Big ibuprofen.
But can we all agree that Winter Soldier is easily top?
Winter Soldier's the best.
Yeah, Winter Soldier is like the best one.
I still maintain that's the best. I mean, like people would say it's like Infinity War and Endgame. It's like I don't think those are necessarily like bad, just awful. What the fuck opinions? But I also think that's kind of like unfair because it's like, you know, the ensemble movies where everyone's there or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it kind of has unfair advantages, but like if we're talking about how good movies were on their own individual merit, Winter Soldier was definitely the best, hands down. Loki was amazing in Thor 1. It wasn't enough, man. That's like saying Jim Carrey's about to, because of Jim Carrey, this Sonic movie is about to be fired. Like, Like, no.
Bro, have you seen Bruce Almighty?
Exactly. Winter Soldier versus Dark Knight. I've watched both of those movies within the last couple of months. Actually, that's fucking hard because I actually watched Dark Knight again, and that shit still was like amazing and held up.
They're both like mad solid movies, bro.
I would give the edge to Dark Knight. I'd give it to Dark Knight, I love Winter Soldier. That's like one. That's not even like my favorite MCU movie. That's like what Winter Soldier is one of my favorite movies of all time. Period. I've watched Winter Soldier maybe like 40 times total. Like, no exaggeration. That's how many times I've rewatched that movie. Yeah, I would give it to Dark Knight just because Dark Knight is like just it's more layered. You know, there's a lot more going on to it than just the conflict, right? You think the first Avenger was as good as Winter Soldier? I have not heard that opinion. That's different. We should just watch the MCU in chronological order. I mean, we'll be done with those movie nights by 2021. Shit. You think Loki's a bad villain? Why? Yeah, Winter Soldier and Dark Knight are definitely the GOATs of superhero movies. Let's see. I like how my dad always be talking about, like, you know, hey son, hit me up, you know, let me know what's going on sometimes. And I'll be texting dude, he never texts back. Like, you know, like, this is why I don't hit you up, man. First Avenger will always like hold a special place in my heart. Like, I like how kind of like campy it was, and it was kind of like, you know, the good corny. You know what I mean? But nah, I definitely would not put it up there with fucking Winter Soldier. I think First Avenger was like a C tier movie in the MCU. I'd give it like a C plus maybe.
Where the first Avenger got killed was that middle ground where he had just became Captain America and they had him doing those stupid plays and shit. Like, that fucked the pacing up for that movie, dude. Like, it really did.
And we got like all the montages of him like fighting.
Yeah,
and stuff,
like
yeah.
that shit actually killed the pacing of that movie.
I mean, I still love it. I still love those scenes though. Like,
yeah, I mean, for the sake of, you know, comedy, like comic relief and shit, it's fine. But like, it actually killed the pacing of that movie.
Days of Future. I was about to say Days of Future Class. Days of Future Past and First Class were awesome. Yeah, agreed. Logan was also fire. You know, people shit on like the newest X-Men movies. I'm like, at least half of them have been good. You know what I mean? And so yeah, Apocalypse was like, you know, but Days of Future Past and First Class, yeah, those were fucking dope. I've watched First Class maybe like 10 times.
Shit, I have that movie.
Oh, you got it? Yeah, First Class was fucking dope. The 24-hour live stream is next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Again, please show up.
Oh shit, I can actually go to that shit.
Go to what?
I could be in that one.
Oh yeah,
Cause Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be off.
Yeah.
I didn't pick it up.
Thoughts on Robert Pattinson as Batman? I'm down to give him a chance, man. I understand Twilight was dumb as hell, an awful series, but people have to learn how to separate, you know, the movies from the actors, and he himself did not like Twilight. So, you know, I don't think he'll do a great job. I don't think anything of him. You know what I mean? It's just kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, we're just gonna wait and see.
See, Batman,
you know,
Batman right now is getting that Spider-Man treatment. They can't get a consistent actor.
They should have never went with fucking Batfleck, dude. Like, it was useless. Batfleck.
Oh, Batfleck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just a waste of time. Just he's Batman for like 2 movies and then that's it. It's like, okay. And none of which were his own. You know?
Twilight was trash, dude. That shit was made for little girls, man. You see all those like 14-year-old girl memes popping up? That's what that show was for.
It really was. Most vampire, you know, shows and shit like that is like teenage girls.
You know what I'm saying? And like, Everybody got to be looking like Deacon Frost or some shit. Got that boy Wesley Snipes in here.
Guardians 1 over 2. I actually, unpopular opinion, I actually hated Guardians 2. I could not stand that movie. I loved Guardians 1, I could not stand Guardians 2. And I have not rewatched Guardians 2. And that says a lot, because I've even rewatched Thor 2. And I have not rewatched Guardians 2. So, yeah. I hated that movie. That movie was a sitcom. It wasn't even a comic book movie. It wasn't even a superhero movie. It was a sitcom. Like in the beginning, it starts off fine and it ends fine. But the entire middle of that movie is just a comedy. The entire middle of that movie, I legit forgot I was watching a superhero movie. Like once the third act started and the villain was like revealed or whatever, like once it started happening, I was like, oh yeah, like there's supposed to be a conflict and a big fight. I forgot. You know, because there was just so many one-liners and just forced comedy just thrown in between, like they just went overboard with the comedy. Basically, it's my biggest issue with that. You haven't seen 2 Marvel films in theaters. Oh, okay. You've seen all of them but 2. Gotcha. Let's see here.
Bro, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is trash, bro.
It really
What
is,
is up
man.
What is up?
I think it's nostalgia.
Yeah, what is up with the nostalgia for this dude?
It's,
like, this man, bro, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was trash.
you know, we'll rewatch those movies too. Yeah, I feel like Ragnarok went overboard with the comedy as well. The first time I watched Ragnarok, I did not like it. I liked it like definitely after the fact. You know, once I of course understood and got used to the fact that it was like super like funny and whatever. It's definitely enjoyable, like, you know, going back and watching it. But the first time in theaters, I was pissed. I was fucking
Tobey
pissed.
Maguire is indisputably the worst Spider-Man.
He's so dry.
The only reason people think he's the best is because he was the first. That's it.
He was so dry, dude. Like, he was dry as fuck. He wasn't even the proper age, anyways. He wasn't the proper age. He didn't have the personality.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield was more accurate.
Yo, Andrew Garfield is like most people's least favorite. Honestly,
Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
He's probably my favorite. He's probably my favorite. Honestly, I don't know, man. Like Tom Holland's great. He's most accurate age-wise, I guess. But I don't know. Garfield might be my favorite, man.
Garfield was like. I don't know. I feel like as bad as it is, because I can't find the right words to describe this. Garfield's Spider-Man was the most like.
The most swaggy. He had the swaggetry.
Like, yeah, it was definitely more like there was more swag in Andrew Garfield's version. Tobey Maguire, he was just kind of like that creeping on MJ, like waiting in the wings. Like, look at this. Like, this is Tobey Maguire. Like,
hold up, that is that.
Like that's Tobey Maguire, bro.
So like. Because here's how it is. When you're rating a Spider-Man or any superhero who has like, you know, they have their secret identity or whatever, you have to rate how they are as Peter Parker and you have to rate how they are as Spider-Man. So Tobey Maguire was a 0 out of 10 Peter Parker. And he was like an okay Spider-Man. Like he had the jokes, you know, here and there and whatnot. But he was okay. But he still didn't have the full-on blown Spider-Man persona. So overall, he's a below average Spider-Man casting. Tom Holland, he has the proper age. He definitely has Spider-Man nailed. The Peter Parker, it's pretty good, but it's a little bit of that kind of like weird awkwardness that Peter doesn't have. Like he's kind of a weirdo type deal. You know, like he doesn't know how to like act in certain situations,
Yeah.
and he's kind of like I kind of don't know what to do. I'm kind of like a little timid about the situation right now, which isn't really too much like Peter, but he does have like you know I guess you could say like the upbeatness of him, and the whole you know jokes and whatnot. So his is pretty good, but still I want to say 100%. Now Andrew Garfield, he kind of had everything. Think about it. Yeah, exactly. Like it's almost like Holland's Peter Parker has like anxiety sometimes, and Peter Parker's not supposed to have that. Not like that late into the game, anyways.
I don't know.
Like when he first starts off, sure.
The
And
Amazing
he's
Spider-Man, I actually like that spider suit the best, really.
so that's why I like Andrew. Yeah, I did like that suit.
That suit was clean, bro.
Yeah. So like, say what you will about the Amazing Spider-Man films, but if you think about it objectively, Garfield was kind of the most accurate. Think about it. He was the most accurate between both Peter Parker and Spider-Man. He was the truest of both of those characters. He could have been a tad bit younger, but that aside, that's kind of it. Spider-Verse was amazing. Emo Parker was god tier though. That is one thing I can say I love about Tobey Maguire was when he started tripping balls. After getting the Venom suit, walking down the street talking about something. Hey. I was like, this dude is fucking tripping. Toby was worse than anxiety. Yeah. He was way too timid. MJ, was just thinking, maybe you would like to go out sometime. Like that's not fucking Peter Parker.
You know what I'm saying?
How's this motherfucker the best?
Like I said, the creeping version of Peter Parker.
Oh hi, Aunt May. My day was kind of good. Like why is he talking like this? You love the second Amazing Spider-Man. Hated the first. The first was... Honestly, I don't remember too much of the first, to be honest with you. I definitely remember the second one better because I thought the Electro fight scene was fucking dope as fuck. The visuals and stuff.
The one thing that they kind of fucked up though was like, why'd they make Aunt May like a guild? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, ain't she supposed to be old?
Yeah, it's tough, like the newest one. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Bro, she's like,
I definitely hit, man.
Bro, like that's smashable, right?
Yeah, that's.
Like, hold up, Peter. I'm sorry.
That's a very smashable 60-year-old shit. Guardians 2 is the best. Nah. Literally halfway through the movie, Guardians 2 forgets what it's supposed to be.
Spider-Man 3 is terrible, bro. We're talking about...
I think 1 and 2 were probably better than 3.
We're talking about Homecoming, Aunt May, bro. Like, we're talking about...
Yo, you're talking Homecoming? You're talking about the first one? Like...
Yeah. Because Aunt May's supposed to be old, but they turn her into, like, a MILF. Like, a middle-aged woman.
No, comedy isn't bad, but there is such thing as too fucking much. You can inject too much comedy into shit. And if you don't agree with that, you're just wrong. There's definitely such thing as too fucking much.
This man said Spider-Man 3 cannot be the worst. What do you mean, bro? Do you remember Sandman? Every time this man came on the screen, hold on. This is Sandman's. This is Sandman scenes right here. Just like come in, proceed to walk. Like every scene was like that. That was annoying. How can Aunt May be old when Ben was his uncle? I mean, I'm not old and I'm an uncle. What are you talking about?
I can't see how people thought Guardians 2 is like one of the best movies. Like playing "I'm in Love" by Tomoko Aran. Thanks for 100, by the way, Noel. What the hell is that? Okay, yeah, no, like, okay, Guardians 2 did a good job with Gamora and Nebula. Yondu's death was like cool or whatever. But here's the thing: the rest of the movie is Drax cracking jokes. Like, like
I'm sorry, Drax is not funny to me.
the whole movie was, "You're ugly, you're ugly, you're ugly, you're ugly, you're ugly, you're ugly," like over and over again. Do y'all not remember that? I'm not saying the movie didn't have some parts that were important to the development of characters or whatever. I'm not saying it didn't have a few cool action sequences, but like I said, just this large middle portion of the movie where I just thought I was watching a fucking Disney Channel sitcom, like I was watching Smart Guy or Sister or something. You know what I mean? Or fucking Sweet Life of Zach and Cody or Drake and Josh. Like halfway through the movie, it just turns into fucking Drake and Josh. Comedy ruined it because there was too much of it. It was diluted. And then like I said before, one of the things I hate most in movies that movies do are conflicting tonal shifts. Tonal shifts not done well, just jarring tonal shifts. It could be something super serious happening, and then Drax is like, "I farted." Like that's. I'm not saying that literally happened, but shit like that. You know what I mean? You can't do shit like that. Yondu was a dope movie. I think I've heard this track on a PM setup. A live action Spider-Verse? I think they should absolutely introduce Miles to the MCU. That'd be dope, and they can since they've opened up the whole multiverse situation. Yeah, Ragnarok kind of did that as well.
Oh yeah, no, that's one of the things I did like about Ragnarok.
And also glossed over his friends being killed entirely.
Yeah.
Hela comes in, claps his friends, and like Thor literally never reacts to them being dead. He never even mentions it. He never talks about it. And then fucking what's his face? Can't remember his name. Dude working the Bifrost or whatever.
Oh, fuck. Doesn't it start with a Y?
No. They start with the S or... No, not Heimdall. The guy who replaced Heimdall.
Oh. That corny ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a useless character.
That motherfucker.
He had no business being in the movie.
Yeah, the irrelevant side. Like...
Scourge, yeah. Scourge. And like the two guns and stuff, like... I was like... Come on, man. You got an Asgardian jumping from a ship with two fucking M16s. Like, we're like, like, what is going on? What is going on, dude?
Put a Battlefield character.
You know what I mean? Hold up. Hello? Hey, what's up? I'm just at home chilling right now. Oh, I'm just at home, like talking to some friends right now and stuff. Were you ready? I could probably get there in probably 40. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. All right, see you soon. Bye. Got some business to take care of later. Not what y'all think. It's not what y'all think.
See, that's what he tells us.
Nah. When will Dom be getting nerfed? My boy can't get nerfed, man. There's not enough changes you can make to nerf this, man. I have not seen John Wick 3.
Bro, I only got stronger, man.
Yeah, he really has, man. This man's got buffs.
Bro,
all right.
Okay, so
good Tobey Maguire impression. Appreciate
like,
that.
Straight up, get all bitches with the Jesus. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I was like chilling, dude. I was chilling, and then like I was actually approached like bro, what do you do for a living? Like for some chicks, bro. I was like, oh my god. I'm telling you, man, y'all motherfuckers talking about you can't get a girl to get a nice whip. That's all you need.
Have y'all seen my man's whip, man? As LTG would say, he's got all the swagger.
Like, I've already been like hit up.
Look, man, don't tell me y'all don't change y'all voice when you're talking to a woman. All right, fuck off. Fuck out of here with that.
Like, I was at Target, dude. Like, I was at Target, right? And there was this group of chicks like just walk in, bro. They were eyeing the fuck out that car. Like, that shit was crazy, bro.
Endgame had more forced comedy than Ragnarok and Guardians 2. No. It definitely had comedy, and I've talked about I talked about that. Like I said, I hated what they did with Thor in that movie. But did it have more than Guardians 2 and Ragnarok? No. And I even said that I wasn't too crazy about Endgame, like individually, anyways. Cocaine, appreciate the follow, dude. Not even familiar with them. I'm not familiar with her. That's the thing.
Dang, bro, this man's laughing at loss.
Laughing at loss.
He said Tobey Maguire crying face is hilarious. Bro,
it kind of was though.
Bro, his Uncle Ben just died, bro.
It kind of was though. A comedy doesn't have to ruin characters in order for the movie to be diluted by it. Sometimes it's just too much. It's like, okay, we get it. Like there were certain scenes, because here's the thing, right? When comedy's done right, comedy needs to be injected into scenes where whatever is happening matters and is important. You don't make a scene solely for the comedy. You know what I mean? So as like a good example, right? Infinity War. When the Guardians find Thor and he's on the ship, and there's this whole thing of like, Thor getting close to Gamora, and then, Star-Lord kind of walks up to him like, this is my chick, and, he's a god and he's clearly handsome, so I'm gonna be defensive. Like, see, that's comedy that's injected into a scene where they're still progressing the story and matters. The scene's not being made for the comedy, right? And it's fitting and it makes sense because he's being territorial of his woman. He's kind of childish. He's kind of immature. It makes sense. There were scenes in Guardians 2 where the scene served no actual purpose for the movie. The scene was only there to input a joke. You see what I mean? That's the difference between comedy done well and comedy just being done for the sake of comedy.
Yeah, bro. The fact that Fortnite appeared in that shit, like, that was an automatic L.
I'm surprised they didn't have the character on the screen fucking emoting.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Like, that was an automatic L.
I'm fucking shocked.
Immediate deduction of points.
Tampering with the system. Yo, what's up, Neat? What's up, Neat Habs? How you doing, fam? Welcome to the stream. Nothing's bad. No, I'll leave him there. He's fine. What happened to Star-Lord and Gamora at the end of Endgame? Where is that going? Basically, he's going to be looking for her. Infinity War is the only movie where Thor is 100% badass. He was badass in Avengers. And Age of Ultron. That's not the only movie. Yeah, I hated what Endgame did with Thor and Hulk, though. Like, I absolutely agree with you on that 28-6. Like, that's That's never something I would deny. Like, I said that in my review video. I hated what they did with Hulk and Thor. Hulk might as well not have even been the fucking movie. He technically wasn't. You know what I mean? Hey, Voodoo. I got a question. What do I think about him learning to Batman? He was in Glorious Bastards. I'm not sure about him. I can see him either being really weird or doing good. No really in between. I don't know. You hated what Endgame did with Cap? I wouldn't say I hated it, but it was definitely one of those like bittersweet things where like the character deserves it, but it's like, damn, like, you know. And obviously, guys, we're talking about Endgame, so if you haven't seen it yet for some strange reason, then you might want to dip. But yeah, Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, Thor is totally mean, man. Like, that shit started with fucking Ragnarok, man. Ever since Ragnarok, and yeah, he was still badass in Ragnarok though. But like, yeah, Ragnarok, they turned Thor into meme man. And it's like, yeah, there was always comedic relief surrounding Thor, but again, it was in ways that made a lot more sense and weren't forced, right? Because like Thor was funny because of his unfamiliarity with Earth, right? That was the whole funniness regarding Thor and the way he would talk. You know what I mean? Now Thor is funny because, like, you know, he tells Hulk to pull his finger and then he farts, and you know, like shit like that.
And then they turn him into Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
You know what I'm saying? The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, the orgy ship, like, that was stupid. There's a lot in Ragnarok I didn't like. Still a good movie overall, and like I wouldn't say Guardians 2 was like a bad movie. I'm just saying I did not like it at all. I can't call it an objectively bad movie. Just for me personally, I just did not like that movie. Captain Marvel, I thought it was okay. I thought it was like a solid movie. People say it felt like a Phase 1 movie, and like they're right. Like that's not necessarily like a bad thing, because all the Phase 1 movies were, well, not all, but like Captain America and Iron Man were good. You know, Thor 1 was trash. I actually like Ant-Man. I'm actually a big fan of the Ant-Man movies. I feel like I like Ant-Man a lot more than most people do. But the reason why I like Ant-Man so much is because I actually like how Ant-Man is like smaller scale. Like, he's the one motherfucker that's not necessarily dealing with life or you know, Earth or like country-wide threats. It's kind of like smaller, kind of more intimate issues, and it's kind of more focused on his family. You know what I mean? I enjoy that. I enjoy that it's like a different change of pace. You know what I mean? What are these phases I speak of? The phases of like basically the different waves of Marvel movies. Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3. So like Phase 1, they introduced all the heroes, then Avengers. Then Phase 2, we got, you know, some of the sequels from the Phase 1s. Age of Ultron, you know, Phase 3, Infinity War, so on and so forth.
And once again, we were talking about Batman.
Wait, did he bring up Batman again?
No, like,
Oh, okay.
I can't wait for the Joker movie. And that just brings me back to the whole thing where you're talking about the DC.
Oh, well, that's, you know, just the individual one. That's not gonna be part of the DCU.
Right.
Like that.
But I'm
but
just
yeah.
like, it's a like,
I think that movie's gonna be good. I think that movie looks pretty good. What? Oh yeah, they probably will announce someone at Smash. I don't know, man. There's no way to predict. There's absolutely no way to predict at this point. It's literally just a toss-up. Would I like to see Christopher Nolan do a Marvel film? That would be cool. Yeah. You know, I could actually see Christopher Nolan do a Black Widow film. But I think they already have a director for that. But I can see him doing a really good job with Black Widow, actually. I think that'll probably be the best fit hero for him. Ooh, X-Men. That'd be interesting. Don't say that, Marky. Don't say that. Beetle, don't say that either. Don't say that either. Oh, this is New Jabez. New Jabes. Yo, what's up, Ace? What's going on, fam? Nah, so something about the TV actors for the TV shows can't appear in the MCU because they're owned by different. It's super weird. I forgot how it was explained, but something about their contracts or I forget how to explain it, but there's something preventing them from. Fuck, that scared me. 250 for me, 250 for Dom. For Dom, appreciate that, Angel. Whoa, Curl with the racism. Whoa. You can dread it, run from it. Destiny still arrives. Yeah, apparently, because they actually referenced the Marvel movies in the TV shows, but I can't remember what it was. But there was something that's preventing them from ever appearing in the movies. But yeah, in the shows they definitely will talk about Iron Man, they'll reference Iron Man and the attack on New York, talking about Avengers and stuff like that. What are my thoughts on the War of 1812? What the fuck? What kind of question is that? Phase 4 is going to be sequels of Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and then they're going to start slowly creeping into Fantastic Four. I think is what Phase 4 is going to be about. And they might introduce one or two more heroes. We'll see. Probably who?
Nova.
Yeah, they'll probably start introducing Nova and I was going to say the Marvel Aquaman, Namor, or something like that. I think his name is Namor, right, guys? Can't remember. Tips for expanding Twitch audience: make sure you have a Twitter, have a Facebook to add viewers on. If you don't, make one. Namor, yeah, that's not how it's spelled, but yeah, I think that's how it's pronounced. Yeah. So I think they're gonna have Namor and the Nova Corps introduced as long as the Fantastic Four. So I think the CGI rhinos will return to Black Panther too. I don't know. I don't want to see Riri replace Iron Man. No, I don't. And the reason being is because Riri is one of those situations where it just feels like it was forced shoehorned representation. You know what I mean? Rather than just kind of natural. It just felt super fucking pandery. You know what I mean? Namor is Marvel Aquaman, basically. Yeah, I'll have some videos up here shortly, especially because, E3 is, coming through soon. Oh, by the way, guys, I will have E3 off. So, Sunday through Tuesday, for Microsoft's, conference all the way through Nintendo's Direct, I'm going to have those days off and I will be streaming those here over at my Twitch. So for those of you on YouTube, make sure you guys are following me on Twitch if you're not already. But of course, I will upload a video letting you guys know whenever I'm live over here once E3 is happening. But yeah, I'm gonna have to cut the live stream, guys. Yeah, of course I'm going to stream Nintendo's. I'm going to stream any conference happening between Sunday and Tuesday. I will be streaming. But I gotta get ready to go, guys. It's not a fucking booty call. It's business. It's a business. It's legit. A business opportunity. It's a business opportunity. But yeah, I told y'all from the beginning this is going to be a shorter one. So, yeah, fuck you, 28.6. Yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Crazy man, catch one of my MK11 streams. We'll play, man. No one has ever told me I look like Big Sean, but what's up, Vinu? But I gotta go. Peace out, y'all. Yo, fucking Skriz, chill out, man. Chill out.